using early game pride
All of that and provides a little bit of front lines.
against Ash.
Okay, here we go. No flash on Akaria. As with the exhaust is in not the best spot. Depth's trying to block in the front, but the Ash damage will be enough to take down Keria. That's first blood going over to Sone1 Prince in the bottom lane.
I think it can be on the mid lane because it's Orianna against Zoe.
Oh boy. Well, here we go. The portal jump not going to totally avoid that damage as even Karma is going to pick up the kill. So Keria doesn't know that he's actually known to be in there. The exhaust comes in and Ixu comes in trying to help out. That is one dead Pyoshik, but he may have saved Keria after all of this. As Doran waiting in the wings. Doesn't exactly work out. Depth is trying to go 1v3 over here, by the way. Nearly takes out Mia, who is going to run away, and Chovy decides, well, Pyoshik going for the dragon. As Chovy, oh man, he's gonna get nailed with a giant spear. Flawless thinking about not going in, not sure why. As, okay, there you go. Finally goes in, picks up the kill, pretty free.
Oh.
Oh, this is not good news for Ixu. He's gonna get slowed down. And there's that extra damage coming out of Pyoshik. Look at Doran struggling to get into this fight. He's really unsure. There it is. That's a perfectly timed Nor ultimate as Ixu shuts him down. Just denies the two DRX members.
Because they have enough items to take the fight.
Yeah, they're not weak anymore.
Yeah, I mean, because Sarian Prince, they gave time to DRX. So they are controlling mid lane first and getting the Drake vision.
Uh-oh. Little bit of a skirmish there. That's a nice bubble onto the Renekton. Dominus has to come out as huge ultimate coming out there from Mia. The depth charge gets in. Chovy, as Trigger flashes forward into this ultimate, does a huge amount of damage, but he can't finish them off as the front line of Godzilla. Doran returns as he is going to be able to zone them all away. So many low health bars, though, on the side of his team. Chovy with the blue buff, you see, he's going to stick around as long as he doesn't get in range. He can do this. And so while Ash did an insane amount of damage.
Nah, sure. But I guess they're trying.
Yeah, it's a pretty early Baron in this game, so it is understandable. They're not that far ahead as they're trying to CC chain and they get him. Pyoshik frontlining gets punished for it as Mia trying to get punished himself there. Doran trying to put him in his place, but now with no jungler and no Kindred ultimate, they're just going to have to back away off of that inhibitor, and down it will go. Sone1 Prince. Over the wall goes Kaney, trying to get that vision. Pyoshik is in the front line, and he is so low, but he's going to try to force it here as the shields do come in, but the stun and the kill down onto that jungler. You see Doran, he's looking for the angle. The bubble goes on a depth, as does the spear, and the Renekton is all alone, but he's quite strong, actually, as there's a turret in the backside. That is the Zoe, just shoveling damage into the backline of DRX, and there's not much they can do. The Renekton gets kited, and Sone1 Prince are gonna win game one against DRX. This was the least of anyone's expectations coming into this match, Wadid.
What is happening? It's a 10th place Sarian Prince, but they played like they are top 5 teams or something. Their decisiveness was on point and they're not hesitating anything. They just pulled the trigger at the right timing, at the right moment.
Yeah.
And they just made up. But after that, they just realized that they forced Karma's flash, made the play.
Welcome back to the LCK analyst desk, and Sarian Prince, the biggest playoff spoiler in the spring split, are back. So they were able to take a game away from DRX. During the pick and ban, DRX was trying a new style. Yeah, those are the picks that were not picked during the summer split so far. And DRX also had some homework about the solo queue, so maybe this was a reflection of their confidence. However, they had a very clear weakness with their comp. This kind of comp was already experimented by a lot of LCK teams. Karma can boost up Israel and Kindred, and Renekton will be the very tanky frontliner. So when Seoreum and Prince lose their power spike, they could have been able to kind of counter-strike Seoreum and Prince. However, this time around, DRX was falling apart, but Seoreum and Prince, they looked really solid. Kindred versus Nidalee matchup was actually in favor of Nidalee in this game. However, DRX had a huge bottom lane priority. Seoreum and Prince at the same time, they were protecting their opponents away from Kindred's potential ganks. Nautilus and Nard, they are really weak during the laning phase. However, they were able to compensate with their maneuver. Seoreum and Prince, with their ability, they were able to get a lot of wins in the team fights, and DRX, their rotation was so weak this time around. So Kindred has this Herald's Eye in his inventory for such a long time, so which means that he was not able to use the sweeping lens. So the bottom duos could not spot that teleport ward on the lane, and also Renekton was late with the TP as well. Zoe was also faster than Orianna. If you were to place that Herald's Eye, well, their execution should have been much cleaner. Seoreum and Prince, they knew that DRX is obviously coming down for the bottom lane to get the plates with the Herald, so they were already ready for the counter play. If there's a plan that DRX wanted to kind of pull off, DRX must have been ready to read the counter play coming out from Seoreum and Prince. Seoreum and Prince, they had this power to snowball the lead they got after this fight. So DRX, they had no heads up for Seoreum and Prince being super intelligent with their play. And we had another highlight to look at. So Chovy was going back to the base to reset, and they had no vision in that Baron's pit. So Kindred had to be at the front line to check the vision and check the HP of Baron. So he was basically face checking over there. So this fight already started in a bad position for DRX. Doran, the main tank on the side of DRX, was taking a detour on the left-hand side. And all the other remaining players on the side of DRX, they got CC'd and hooked by the Seoreum and Prince champions. Watching this replay, Seoreum and Prince, they were really clean going in for this fight, but at the same time, DRX, they were not on point this time around with this performance in game number 1. Seoreum and Prince, they had full control of that area when they're going for that Baron try. And they kind of remember and channel the memory back in the spring split that they were able to take down DRX at the end of the regular split. Now it's time to take a look at the player of the game on the side of Seoreum and Prince. It's been a long while since we had one from Seoreum 1. And flawless Nidalee, 4-0-6, and a flawless Nidalee performance. The spring split flawless has reconnected, and he was carrying this game single-handedly. Ezreal Karma, well, they do have priority during the laning phase, but they cannot have enough power for early game skirmish. Kindred, well, we had some of the pop-up gameplay in the middle of the game, but in the PO6 Kindred in this game lacked some of the sustainability throughout the game. Even though the laners didn't have priority, Flawless was able to have a perfect game on this Nidalee. A little bit of a split vote over here because all 5 players on the side of Seoreum and Prince were doing a great job, but Flawless was able to pick up this POG. Korean Prince, will they be able to stop their losing streak and also stop the run from DRX, or whether this is going to be DRX picking up another game in order to even out the series?